Have you ever wondered why the WNBA's viewership has dipped over the years? WNBA players have dedicated their entire careers to trying to promote the league's reputation and asking for fair pay for both men and women. However, let's be honest, it appeared to be an unreachable goal. All of this presented the question of whether they would ever reach the stability for which they aim. Nevertheless, the change they need is right in front of them now. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, WNBA Highlights, where we talk all about Caitlin Clark and the WNBA. Today, we are going to discuss the WNBA's worsening position each year and the career of rising star Caitlin Clark. Since the WNBA's inception, financial losses have troubled them, and what's even crazier is that one of its top talents, Brittney Griner, was arrested in Moscow. Despite these problems, the players continued to request more financial assistance instead of improving their skills. So, what is the main reason behind their failure? Let us break it down with some fascinating statistics. The Player Efficiency Rating, PER, is an important measurement in basketball. This measurement examines several facets of a player's game, such as points, rebounds, and assists, to provide a picture of their overall ability. Averaging the PER throughout the league allows us to see how the talent level is trending. Now, check out this graph showing the WNBA's average PER from 1997-2023. Have you noticed how it has been going down? And guess what? The decrease in performance coincides closely with the decline in attendance and viewership. So, instead of focusing just on money, what if the WNBA invested more in developing player talents and increasing game excitement? Do you believe that would have helped attract more fans? Anyway, the problem has been solved. The WNBA is really lucky to have a standout star from Iowa who has discovered the secret to increasing viewership, and the solution is no other than Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's remarkable shooting range has created new opportunities for aspiring women's basketball players, much like Stephen Curry transformed the men's game over a decade ago. So, let's again take a look at some numbers, and you will definitely be surprised. As soon as Caitlin joined the league, the WNBA's viewership exploded. Now, look at Game 4 of the 2023 WNBA Finals between the Las Vegas Aces and the New York Liberty. It was the most watched final in the history of the WNBA, with an average of slightly under 900,000 viewers. That's more than a 100% rise over the previous year. Overall, the finals attracted over 700,000 viewers on average, making this year the most watched WNBA finals in 20 years, which marked a significant milestone for WNBA viewing. But here's a mind-blower. In the 2024 NCAA Women's Championship game, Caitlin Clark got approximately 19 million viewers. That is more views than the previous 5 years of WNBA finals combined. Viewership has more than doubled from the previous year, with an average of 1.32 million viewers per game across ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, and CBS. And you know what? This season began with the league's best-attended first month in 26 years, thanks to an amazing 177% increase in attendance. I told you, you would be surprised. Now, let's check in on the current WNBA standings. Caitlin Clark's team, the Indiana Fever, wasn't having the best season with 7 wins and 12 losses, placing them second to last in their conference. However, Caitlin's presence has drawn massive crowds. The Fever has set a new WNBA record for presence, averaging nearly 17,000 spectators per game. The league had to move to larger arenas simply to handle the huge number of people who wanted to see Caitlin play. And that's not all. Even though Caitlin Clark has less pay than NBA players, Caitlin received an incredible offer from Ice Cube's Big 3 League, initially rumored to be $5 million for just 2 months of play, with a possible increase to $15 million, including shares and merchandise revenue. However, it might surprise you that Caitlin declined this expensive offer to represent Team USA at the Paris Olympics. She also made WNBA history by receiving over 700,000 fan votes. To put things into perspective, last year's top player garnered only 96,000 votes. This definitely demonstrates the WNBA's growing popularity. Not only for the WNBA, but she has proven herself as a game changer even at the university level. As Clark entered her final year at the University of Iowa, there were an increasing number of spectators attending the games. Can you believe that an average of around 10 million people watched the 2023 national championship game between the LSU Tigers and the Iowa Hawkeyes? The NCAA claims that's a massive 103% rise from the women's championship in 2022. Now, this raises the important question of how she is doing it. It's definitely not something easy. How did she increase viewership to heights that even the so-called GOAT of the WNBA couldn't achieve? There is actually a reason for it, so let's figure it out. So Caitlin Clark's success in bringing women's basketball into the mainstream is due to several factors. It would be impossible to blame just one. However, undoubtedly, the key reason behind her popularity is her exceptional playing technique. With her boundless shooting range, tremendous court vision, and jaw-dropping passes, she has contributed something completely new to the game. And just look at her three-pointer. They are absolutely magic. And let's be clear, no one can discount her talent by claiming her competitors are smaller or weaker. I mean, how can you even say it? Caitlin actually changes the overall flow and look of the game. Offensive game plans rely on her particular abilities as a scorer and distributor, and defenses must rethink their entire strategy just to keep up with her. She's a game changer, just like Michael Jordan and Stephen Curry. Her wonderful play style captures people's attention and keeps them hooked. So, instead of getting caught up in their egos and believing they were already great enough to receive the same revenue share as NBA players, despite their league losing millions each year, WNBA players simply needed to make the WNBA more exciting. And sure, Caitlin's rivalry with Angel Reese has raised both of their profiles to new heights. It's another captivating story for fans to follow and obsess over. You can be a huge Caitlin Clark fan, just like me, and still acknowledge that her success isn't solely due to her fierce competitive spirit, tireless work ethic, and incredible talent. Isn't it remarkable how social conditions and events beyond her control contributed to her rise? And how can we forget her record-breaking hobby? Yes, we may call it a hobby because, since joining the WNBA, she has been breaking records. Not only in the WNBA, but she took her exceptional performance to the All-Star game and broke the assists records in her debut game. Yes, while many pro players may have also felt pressure, she gave an incredible performance. With the WNBA, which has been fighting to stay afloat, Clark has given the league an aspect of hope. However, how are they handling this unexpected talent? Now let's get started. To begin with, their so-called GOAT, Diana Taurasi, has consistently dragged down Caitlin's performance. Isn't that surprising? What are your thoughts about that? WNBA players and even seasoned players are criticizing Clark for no reason. Just before the game between Team USA and Team WNBA, Cheryl Reeve, USA's coach, made some critical remarks about her. Now look, you can understand that if you have such a talented player, you might fear losing your fame. And then things get much more intense on the court. It appears that the WNBA is allowing other players to physically target her. They claim that it's just part of the game, but let's be real. Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors would be suspended very quickly for actions like these. And you know what the most frustrating part is? The WNBA has not taken any action, no suspensions, no media statements opposing this behavior. It's quite short-sighted, because if she is hurt and gone for the season, or worse, the WNBA could go back to its difficult days, desperately begging for financial assistance. The league must recognize that it operates in both business and entertainment. Yes, modern-day players are extremely good, yet many of their scores lack excitement. For example, post movements resulting in points may be effective and assist win games, but they do not truly attract the viewer. When WNBA players argue that the league already has enough talent to make it profitable, they must remember one important fact. Even the best WNBA squad would be completely outmatched by the poorest NBA club. Some YouTubers have even created situations in which Steph Curry or LeBron James alone might overcome an entire WNBA squad. Sure, it's just a video game, but the fact remains, if fans chose to watch basketball based solely on talent, the weakest NBA team would still put on a better show than the best WNBA team. What the Women's Basketball League must realize is that excitement is what brings viewers in. Caitlin Clark provides excitement, and maybe a lower rank can do the same. But they downplay Clark's contributions and completely deny the concept of a lower rank. The WNBA is currently at a critical moment. Whether it soars or sinks in the future is something we'll all be watching excitedly. I'm looking forward to seeing how things unfold. What do you believe will happen? Should the WNBA make some modifications to increase fan excitement? Will the WNBA ever be able to truly recognize Caitlin's real potential? Do let us know your precious thoughts in the comment below, and don't forget to give this video big thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so that you can be the first one to watch our videos.